feel the zoom. Victory is almost near. Speed and fun, we have no fear. Puzzle pieces like a storm, shapes and edges we transform. Patterns forming under stress, speed puzzling at our best. Every second counts today. Focus sharp, don't drift away. Lost in pieces we unite, building worlds with all our might. Whispers humming in the air, laughing, dancing without care. From the chaos order springs, puzzles solved in joyful flings. Pieces flying in the air, clock is ticking, no time to spare. Colors blend into the scene, solving puzzles like a dream. Hands are moving light and quick, got our tricks and perfect flicks. Every corner piece fits tight, speed puzzlers, we own the night. Puzzle mania fills the room, hearts racing, we feel the zoom. Victory is almost near. Speed and fun, we have no fear. Puzzle pieces like a storm, shapes and edges we transform. Patterns forming under stress, speed puzzling at our best. Every second counts today. Focus sharp, don't drift away. Lost in pieces we unite, building worlds with all our might. Whispers humming in the air, laughing, dancing without care. From the chaos order springs, puzzles solved in joyful flings. Pieces flying in the air, clock is ticking, no time to spare. Colors blend into the scene, solving puzzles like a dream. Hands are moving light and quick, got our tricks and perfect flicks. Every corner piece fits tight, speed puzzlers, we own the night. Puzzle mania fills the room, hearts racing, we feel the zoom. Victory is almost near. Speed and fun, we have no fear. Puzzle pieces like a storm, shapes and edges we transform. Patterns forming under stress, speed puzzling at our best. Every second counts today. Focus sharp, don't drift away. Lost in pieces we unite, building worlds with all our might. ticking, no time to spare. Colors blend into the scene, solving puzzles like a dream.
Hello everybody and welcome to tonight's competition. Can I get a wave from all the puzzlers out there? Hello there. Looks like many of you also have a very hot day. Yeah, we've had some 30-degree weather here over in Germany. So my co-host seems to be held up, but we'll get things started anyway. So the theme for today, so welcome to those who are following on YouTube. The theme for today is puzzle competitions, or not puzzle competitions, but puzzle-related events. And we asked the participants if they had organized a puzzle-related event, and if they had any tips. So if Joanna is there, Joanna is helping out today behind the scenes, watching all the finishes. Hi, Joanna.
Hi, hello. Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, so you actually can answer this question because you have actually organized some competitions, but also other events, I believe.
Yes, I also organize puzzle meetups in Wrocław, and they happen every 3 months, so quite often, I say.
Yeah, and so how did you decide to organize that?
Well, that was simple. We don't have that kind of events in Wrocław, and I want them.
Exactly. So first of all, you need the motivation.
Yes.
And
That's true. And the second most important thing is a big place with most of tables and chairs.
Exactly, and good lighting.
Yeah, that's true.
So what kind of venue do you use?
This is a community space available for people living in Wrocław. I just went there and asked if they can allow us to use that space once every 3 months.
Mm-hmm. Okay, no, that's great. And so so a puzzle event doesn't need to be a competition. It can also just be getting together, finding other interested people. And how did you get the word out? How did you let people know that this was possible?
Actually, I use two groups on Facebook, one local for Wrocław puzzlers and one of the biggest Polish groups for puzzle people where the most people are active. And I also started an Instagram profile.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, no, that's great. So in Facebook groups, there are still a lot of people who are on who use Facebook, and who gather around certain hobbies. Yes. So what else have you done aside from organizing a puzzle meetups?
Actually, that's our puzzle meetups, yes, and then our Szybkie Puzzle, my online competitions for Polish people.
So
that's very different from meetups in person.
Yeah, that's the first time I hear that how it's pronounced. I was thinking Szybizki or
no, it's Szybkie Puzzle.
Szybkie Puzzle. Okay, now
perfect.
we know. Now I can correct my pronunciation of that. So, what advice would you give to others who are thinking about organizing something in where they live?
And don't be afraid and just start. And there always be people who will come and help you.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I like that. Actually, that was something that some other people said. They said, don't be, hang on, where was it? Because yeah, just to do it. So yeah, well, I like what Freya said. So Freya is organizing online puzzle competitions in Denmark. The best advice is just to do it. This community is so great and no one will think less of you if something isn't perfect. Learn as you do it and don't be afraid to reach out to others who have tried it before. People are eager to help.
Yes, that's true.
And you also have people helping out on your Polish competitions as well.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, and they're
There is
people
always
that you met.
one co-host. Excuse me, one more time.
They're people that you met in Wrocław.
In Poland, actually. This community in Poland is so small, but there is not small, but we know each other quite well.
No, it's amazing what you've been able to organize in the last year as well and get things going. So yeah, hopefully that inspires some other people just to get something started. And yeah, I can start with a meetup and then who knows what can happen. So yeah, thanks, Joanna. Thanks for helping out today. And yeah, let's see how we are ready, if we are ready to start.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi, is my co-host there?
Here.
Hi, Daniel. Oh, you're outside. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, apologies for a few minutes delay. I had a family situation here, but it's solved. So very happy to join you back. It has been a while.
Yes, it has been. So, and you've been very busy organizing events and starting an association. So yeah, so actually, what we'll do is later, in the later part of the competition, Daniela will have the opportunity to share a lot more of what she has been organizing, setting up an association, organizing meetup, organizing, getting a network amongst the associations for International Puzzle Day and some of the interesting things. And I'm sure she has lots of great tips as well for in-person events. Yeah, but we're actually ready to do the reveal. So yeah, let's unwrap the puzzle and remove any plastic or stickers that are on there.
I'm very curious on what's the puzzle tonight.
Yeah, so I think there are some pretty rough stickers here. When I tried to remove the stickers, I did peel the box. So best is just to slice them. And actually, coincidentally, Joanna has used this puzzle recently in the Polish competition. So some may find this a bit familiar. Okay, so yeah. Just check that the box lid comes off easily and then place the box back in the middle of the table. So I can already tell you, Victor has done this puzzle in 39 minutes and 4 seconds in the Polish competition. So I actually ordered this puzzle months and months ago. It's been sitting in my warehouse for a while before it got sold. So sometimes it happens in between, it pops up in another competition. So Victor is the man to beat. All right, looks like everyone is ready to go. Let's do a countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Puzzle. Good luck, everybody.
The face of Tammy when you talk about the timings of Victor, Michelle.
All right, so let's start at A today. And no, actually, I'm going to. Okay, we know Victor is the man to beat. How about we keep him on the screen and see how he gets on? We'll start at then we'll start at 8. That way, I don't need to jump to him right at the end to when somebody tells me he's about to finish. We can keep an eye on him. So this puzzle is from the brand Heye. Oh, actually, I forgot to show you. Let me show you in a bit more detail first. I felt like there was something missing. You just taking like 2 weeks break, and then it's like I've already forgotten what I'm supposed to do here. So this is from the brand Heye in Germany, and it's part of the series Take a Trip. So there's 4 puzzles in the series, all with the same background, and then they all kind of connect, so you can line them up. Each one is from a different artist, and this one is from John Burgerman. You have the Bro Nuts and different cakey candy monsters, and yeah, really bright and funky characters. So quite busy, very sweet. There's lots of sugar on the image, but I think it's going to be quite a fun one and a fast one.
Indeed, it looks very beautiful. I like the busy puzzles with a lot of colors.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this one. There's three others, all quite similar, like with the same background, with a little bit of sky, a little bit of water, the path, and the grass. But they have different characters in their style. I'll just write the name of the puzzle in the chat if anybody wants to take a look at the image. And so this is not Mr. Burgerman from Sunshine Puzzles. This is actually a person's real name in Germany. All right, so on screen we have Victor from Poland, Aaron from the UK, Aidan from Switzerland, Amy from UK, Andrea from USA, and Anna from Cyprus. I can see on Andrea's background she has the 24-hour puzzle trophy. So she took that all the way home back to America. I was wondering about that, if they get to, if one person gets to keep it or if it has to stay in France. Yeah, so can start to see some of the backgrounds being sorted. It looks like Andrea has a bit of sky, a little sky pile, perhaps a grass pile. Have you done a Heye puzzle, Daniela?
I am in fact waiting for one that is I found the thrifted. It's long, it's a portrait, and let me check. It's beautiful. It's called I need to check. The Art of Tara McPherson, but it's very beautiful. I don't know if you can see it here.
Let me put you up. Oh, that's from Heye? Okay, interesting.
Yeah. I found it very beautiful. This artist has 2 or 3 designs with Heye, and it will be my first one.
Yeah, very nice. We've used 2 other puzzles from this brand, and at the Euro Jigsaw Jam, the first one was the funny hedgehog wearing the flowers with a purple background, and
I have tried it, but landed from Danica.
Okay, yes, then yeah. So that was quite a cute one, but it had quite a hard background. Yeah, so there are some false fits in this in the. With this piece cut, it was quite obvious, or with the plain colored backgrounds. Here you have so much detail, you might notice it like if there's 2 pieces that are blue next to each other, but with all the detail, it's in the middle section, it's not so much of an issue. We also had Heye with a 1,000 piece puzzle recently. That was the room with a red sofa, which was quite a lovely puzzle as well. So on screen we have Anna from France. So that's Anna B from France. Then we have Anna L from Germany, Anna-Me from Switzerland, Astrid from Denmark, and Beth from UK. So we're having, different strategies at this stage. Most people have already flipped at the 5.5 minute mark. How do you think you would approach this puzzle, Daniela?
Oh, well, because I love sorting, I think, of course, I will first create a lot of little projects. Let's say create projects here and there, like distributed around the table, more or less in the place that they should be, and then they start building, connecting. Yeah, because at this case, I think the borders doesn't give you too much information. yeah, so I don't know. I'm curious on how our puzzlers tonight are gonna proceed as well.
Yeah, so you do have the section. So there's like the sky at top. So yeah, as you say, there's not that much information. So the top border is blue, and then you have a little strip of mountains. Then you have a different color blue for the water, a little strip of green, and then you have a sand. The bottom border is interesting because that one actually has flowers along it. So with the bottom border, for those who start, that's probably the border that they'll do early on. You can actually see it on Victor's. He's got, yeah, there's some white flowers and there's some shadows and some highlights there. So that's an interesting place to work on. Gives more information than the other parts. But yeah, at this stage, looking really great. Some people are starting with a border. We've got Beth and Anna who've pulled out the border. Anime has gone for some yellow face and a rainbow. And it looks like Astrid is, she's done the sun and pulling out some pieces in the sky. So let's see.
And have you done it, Michelle? Have you done the puzzle?
Yes. So when I brought it home, my daughter wanted to do it straight away. So we actually did it together. So when I actually did it as a speed puzzle, it wasn't my first attempt, but I did it in 50 minutes the second time. Yeah, so I think it's a fairly fast puzzle. But for me, I like busy puzzles. But I have to admit, it was a bit overwhelming. Sometimes I was just picking up a piece and it had like eyes on it and splashes of color. And it was like, I'm just glancing around and I'm just like, where does it go? Where does it go? I'm going a bit cross-eyed. Sometimes there's too much detail almost, or too much color.
You know, this type of puzzle is great to do as well in pairs, because, you know, sometimes someone can assemble small sections and pass it to the other person that is locating and making the whole connection.
That's true. I think someone who likes like more darker likes bigger sections, maybe they could focus on the backgrounds, like maybe work on the sky, and someone who likes the details could be then looking at like which face belongs to which monster or which creature, and yeah, trying to get the middle section sorted. So I've added Birgit from Germany to the screen. We have Carolyn from Germany, Catherine from United States, Cel from France, and Daniela from Germany.
You know, I have been talking with Victor. Yeah, long ago we were talking that there were 2 AJJs that I helped you co-host, and then he won. So I'm wondering if today is going to be the case.
I was thinking that too. I was like, oh, we're getting third time lucky. But we have some really good, we have some other fast puzzlers. He's definitely got an advantage, but we have other fast puzzlers in the game. So we'll see if anyone, is faster at this one than Victor. But yeah, looking good. Lots of people. Yeah, so Catherine's got that lower border of the grass done, as so has Cel and Daniela. And yeah, Birgit has her trays as always. Looks like she's doing a more detailed sort, getting things ready to start assembling a bit later on. And there's a close-up of Victor's head. And yeah, so actually he's going for the border. So this is interesting. Victor has done pretty much the full border, but he knows that there are some false fits in the sky. So he's not going too hard to fix up that border. He's trying to do more of the details. So in the sky, you have a sun, a little aeroplane, the top of like an ice cream cake with some candles on top, and then there's like a red heart. So yeah, definitely grabbing those pieces is going to make the rest of the sky easier. And yeah, I had some false fits on the blue border. So yeah, if you don't first succeed with the blue border, like it's okay. Just come back to it later when you have some more stuff filled out. So who else do we have here today? We have Dietmar from Germany, Dora from Switzerland, Ekaterina from Russia, Eleanor from France, and Alan from the Netherlands. Okay. Yeah, so if we can see on, actually we can see quite clearly there of the spread on Ekaterina's and Eleanor's table. There's so much color in there. There is quite a lot of blue, which you could like sort out if you wanted to just like reduce the clutter a bit. But like pretty much every piece has like a splash of yellow, a splash of green and red on there. Yeah, so some people might be feeling a bit overwhelmed with that selection of color.
In fact, checking your list, yeah, I recognize a lot of names. Yes, a lot of recurrent people loving to do speed puzzling by you with AJJ.
Yes, we have a lot of familiar names here, and also a lot of fast people. So on screen, we also have Ellen. She's, yeah, interesting. She's done like 2/3 of the border and now is pulling out like the things that catch your eye, like the rainbow, which are easy to pick, the sun and the red heart. And yeah, she's been improving a lot, made it into the top 6 last time. So she's definitely very motivated. Okay. Oops. So we also have Amelia from Finland, Evely from Estonia, Fleur from the Netherlands, Franziska from Germany, Freya from Denmark. And yeah, we are at 12 minutes. Mount, it's only 12 minutes. Somehow I feel like we've been puzzling for 20 minutes already. But yeah, so at this stage, most people have either started with the border or done some more sorting.
I feel really privileged to see how, you know, like I think I mentioned before, when you are connected to the Google Meet session, you know, I have the privilege to change as well what I see on my screen now, co-hosting with you, while I always have the YouTube open in my phone. Yeah, so then I can see like the double of puzzlers.
Yeah, we have so many, like I think we have, yeah, so almost, so we have over about 90 people in the meeting at the moment. Some of them have their double devices. But yeah, it's great to see how everybody is going. And yeah, I think once we get, yeah, I think at this stage, most people are just trying to make sense of the pieces and trying to get some structure, some organization there. And yeah, the tricky part is like all the middle section with all the faces and the little funny characters. Okay. So yeah, looking very good there. So some support for Iris and Freya from fellow Denmarkian, Danish person, Peter. So yeah, let us know if there's anyone specifically in the chat who we should give a shout out to. So yeah, we're getting a better look there. So interesting. So just taking a closer look at Victor. He's definitely going, basically he's making all around the shapes. He's done most of the blue by now. He's done all the blue pieces, the majority of the blue pieces, and is starting to fill in some of those shapes like that are floating in the water. Okay, well, 15 minutes, pretty impressive. So we have Hannah, 2 Hannahs tonight. The first Hannah is from Czechia, and then Hannah from the UK. We also have 2 Ingers, Inge from Lithuania and Inge from the Netherlands, as well as Iris and Irma. Oh, there we go. Put Irma on the next screen. So for now we have Hannah, Inge, and Iris. And it's nice to see how Iris is building up from the bottom. So yeah, actually when I did this one, I liked the bottom border because you've got the flowers there and it's kind of like a nice little green strip at the bottom. And then I think I went for all the sandy background. So like the next section upwards from the bottom. And yeah, tried to do some of those colorful characters. And Hannah is working on that the side borders, and yeah, so both Hannahs there working on the borders. Yeah, we don't see much of Dutch Inge, just because of where she's puzzling, and there's the reflection on there, but we can see that there's quite a decent chunk done at the bottom there. And I think this Daniela, this probably suits the Dutch people who are used to doing Jan van Hasteren, so it's kind of that style. It's very busy and a lot going on. That's very
Yes, and I see in the picture that you are showing, especially the fact that all drawings have a black line around. Is that true, right? If I see it correctly. So the type of drawing is really different. Like, for example, when you have a painting, if you have a painting, you have like the splash of the color, but here you see all the shapes of everything with the black lines. And then this is cartoon style, let's say. And yes, here we are quite used to, because of Jan van Hasteren, to puzzle images of that style.
Yeah, we have the Dutch, we have Inge and Ellen.
I see a lot. Martje van der Meer, Quinta, our current national champion Tamar.
Yeah, so we're coming up to there's also Karel and Tamar, who was the champion. So I think I'm expecting the Dutch to do quite well in this one.
Yeah.
So maybe is there a Dutch person who can catch Victor? That will be exciting. So yeah, Marcia is the champion for the Jan van Hasteren puzzle, so this is right up her alley. So yeah, let's see how she gets on. So we have on screen Irma from Switzerland, Jackie from New Zealand. So shout out to Jackie. It's like 5 a.m. where she is, and yeah, she's having a puzzle competition before work. Great way to start the day. We also have Janie from the UK, Janine from Germany, and Jessica from USA.
Michelle, and I saw that Mandy Sinot was connected, but I don't know if she switched from phones or something, because I see another Mandy. So I don't know if we have two Mandys today.
I think that's the same Mandy. Yeah.
Okay.
So yes, there's another Sino sister participating, also probably quite familiar with this type of cartoonish style. Yeah, so with the sky you can see like on Janie's table that it's like the red heart and the yellow sun stand out amongst the blue, so those are definitely earlier pulls. And yeah, so you can see on Jackie's table, she has, I think this is, she's marked out the table soon. It's going to be the New Zealand Nationals. I think it's in July. So maybe she has marked out her table for the dimensions of the New Zealand tables there. It's more a square, or at least it looks, at least from this angle, it looks like that. But yeah, she's keeping her pieces quite well within that square. So I think she's training space management there. So Victor is just flying right now. He's pretty much, he's already over halfway, but now it gets tricky. Now we've got all those details. So I have to race to finish. Hold on, we're at 20 minutes. Okay. We are still at J. So, but no, don't hold on, Victor, just go for it. So we also have Johanna from Germany, Jonna from Finland, Judith from Germany, Vuka from Finland, and Julia from Austria. So I'm going to try and move a bit faster because I know that Victor is coming. He's at a really fast pace. But yeah, everyone's looking really good there.
Yeah, I have seen lately what Julia has been posting. She has been improving really, really, really a lot. She was already good last year at Worlds, but I think she goes for the win this year.
Yeah, I just my neighbor has just started playing the trombone. Of course, it's so hot, and I'm under the roof. I do have some windows open. I can hear kids screaming across the neighborhood, and my neighbor playing the trombone. But hopefully, none of that transfers over here. All right, now we're down to K. But yeah, I think this one's going to be probably a faster one for most people. So definitely faster than the one with the game, the yellow puzzle, which had like the maze leading up to the fortress. So if you were participating in that one, I think you can expect this one will go faster. So we have Karel from Netherlands, Karen from Austria, Karina from Germany, Katrin from Switzerland, and Lina Beata from Norway. Yeah, so you can see Karen really likes the there's certain things popping out as she's puzzling. She's got like, she's doing more like a pick and place method where she's got like a loose border done and then roughly placing pieces that she recognizes where they belong, even if they're just floating in the space. So that's kind of like how I puzzle as well with these types of images. If I see something that's really obvious, I just try to place it roughly in the position, even if it's not connected to anything. Oh, okay. I just caught a glance of Victor again. So yes, but I mean, Victor participates in pretty much most of the EJJs and most of the Polish competitions. So he is really working through so many puzzles and of course doing a lot of puzzles in his free time. So of course there's a very high chance that a puzzle will come up that he's done before and that he can use that experience to his advantage. However, Kati is here, and Kati is one of the fastest puzzlers in the world and doing amazingly there. So we're at 23 minutes. Hang on. Did I introduce them already? I'm a bit confused. Yeah, we have Kati, Katrin, Lina, Lynn, and Lisa.
Lisa was my team member at the Danish Nationals. She's really awesome as well. And,
yeah.
And you know, Lisa has this ability of, you know, she tries a piece and she put it aside if it's not like that. But then she continues puzzling and then she remembers exactly where she left at that exact piece to go back. Yeah, I saw it. I saw her in action. Photographic memory.
That's definitely a good skill to have. Yeah, so we have quite a good view there of Kati from above. Yeah, so she's on the main structure of the frame, and
it seems like Kati is ready with the brown part. Yeah, now she's covering it, but yeah, I think.
Oh yeah, yeah, it looks quite solid towards the bottom. So it looks like she started from the bottom and has done most of that like grassy and sandy section. But yeah, looking really solid there. And Lina Beata is also yeah, you can see lots of pieces floating, but yeah, it looks like she really, when something catches her eye, she needs to place it where it goes. But Marcia is doing really well here. So Marcia, yeah, quite patchy, but also like lots of sections connected. So so a lot of it looks like she's done the backgrounds. I think she's really focused in on the backgrounds, and now she has all the gaps in the middle. Yeah, and Yeah, so the top border is a bit tricky. Like there were some sections that was just like it just didn't connect properly. So you'll see a lot of people when they do the blue border, there's just like little gaps there or pieces connected because they try it doesn't work, and then you have to go back later and separate something that you've already connected. But yeah, Martia's looking really good there. Let's see who else we have. Yeah, so so Jim just joined the chat. He said Victor, yeah, he's getting the outlines in, and then he started grouping and building little islands. Yeah, so he definitely did the outside, so it kind of looks like a silhouette, and then of the middle section. So he did all the backgrounds and then moving in towards the details. What it looks like.
I really like how he has, just under the heart in the right side, he has one single piece in the center of an area that he didn't build yet. In the top right corner of the puzzle, there is a red heart.
Oh yeah.
And then if you draw a line directly to the bottom, then you see it.
Yeah, there's like this little piece of cake that's missing. Oh, I think it's the eyes of the cake, maybe. Okay, so Victor has 20-ish pieces left at 27 minutes. Go, go, go. All right, we have Magda from Poland, Maya from Finland, Maya P from Finland, and Maya Y from Finland, Maita from Belgium, and Mandy from the Netherlands. I'm gonna skim through really quickly. Okay. So we also have Maria from Slovakia. Yeah, so there was the Czech competition on the weekend, and Maria and her team and her daughter did really well. So she's there puzzling. Yeah, she loves the sky. She's done a great job on the sky. Maria TB with her cat box assistant. I want to say wagging the tail, but I'm not sure if that applies to cats. Maybe there's another word for cats that move their tail. Mariana from Portugal. I think she was in Spain on the weekend at the Spanish Nationals. We have Marie from Norway and Marina from Sweden. Okay. But I really like Maria's sky there. She's done a really fantastic job.
Victor is almost over.
Okay, let's give Victor his moment of glory. Let's all enjoy. Okay. Since nobody's close at this point. It's 29 minutes. Come on. Let's get under 30. Two hands working crazy.
Yeah.
Done. Well done, Victor. 29 minutes, 12 seconds ish. Fantastic. Fantastic. Well, I've just completely lost my place. But yeah, so that's the second time we've had a finish in under 30 minutes. The first time was Polish Christian. And yeah, fantastic that Victor has done that. But it is his second attempt. So let's quickly finish off all the introductions before we see who might be in the running for second, third place. We just got another 15-ish people. Let's see. All right, we have Mooney from Germany and Nadia from Indonesia, Nia from the UK. And by the way, Nia is kicking butt in the British competitions. I think she had a huge lead in the most recent, leaderboard. I think it was like over 10 minutes. So fantastic puzzling from Nia. Here we also have Quinta from the Netherlands, Rachel from Denmark, and Robert from Sweden. Yeah. So Looking good there. Yeah, so lots of colourful colourful piles there.
Marcia is quite advanced. I see.
Okay, yeah, so I'm just putting Marcia back on screen that we can check her progress. So I would say like maybe 50, 60 pieces left. Okay, so we have a few minutes there, but yeah, looking fantastic. It's 31 minutes, Marcia. Probably not listening, but go, go, go. And I hear that Kati and Andrea are also doing great as well. But we'll check in on the potential participants for the top 10 very soon. Okay, so we have Sammy from USA, Smilia from France, Smilla from Sweden, Stephanie from Germany, so Stephanie K from Germany, and Stephanie H from Germany, and Stein from Belgium. Yeah, I'm always impressed like with these detailed puzzles, like how fast someone has to be, like because like I can go fast on a puzzle like this, but if I look too quickly, like I just get confused because there's just so much color and so much detail. So I'm really impressed how yeah, someone can work so fast, like yeah, significantly under 40 and yeah, under 30 minutes on a puzzle like this. Like I think it would be so confusing. It almost gives me a headache, like trying to concentrate so much on all the details and flicking back and forth between the pile.
But then does this mean you like more like the block color puzzles, Michelle?
No,
Like,
I prefer puzzles like this, but
okay.
but still like switching between like puzzling and looking at all the leftover pieces and back to puzzling and looking at the box. Like it is a bit I would say it's a bit draining on a puzzle like this. Just because there's so much to look at.
Yes.
Yeah, so Samilia has yeah, nice section of sky done. And yeah, Stephanie K has been working from the bottom up, so she's really taking the time to do those, fill in those characters in the bottom. There's like actually there is a Burgerman. There's like a big yellow face with like a, yeah,
Okay.
with some salad and yeah, that guy there. So there's a big yellow face that pops out, so I'm sure that's one of the pieces, one of the, yeah, characters that the people will do first. Okay. So
The angle of the camera of Steph is really great. It's let's say the blue of the puzzle has a great contrast with the table, and the angle, I really like it.
Yeah, I really love these over the head views so we can see it like in the right direction and see just things as they are building. Okay. Okay, so we have Tamar from the Netherlands. Oh, Tamar's doing fantastic as well. So she was got first place in the Dutch Nationals recently. Then we have Tammy, who's done a great job of the sky. I know she prefers, she doesn't really like busy puzzles, I've heard, but she really likes the bigger sections. So that's why she's gone for the backgrounds first. And then we have Taya from Finland, Tobias from Sweden. Here's very interesting. He's going all for the insides.
Oh, yeah.
And leaving the outsides to last. So that's really interesting. A nice strategy there, Tobias. So there, his pile looks a lot more calm. Like you only see like the beige, the blue, the greens, as opposed to like these jumbled of messes of colors. But yeah,
I'm very curious to ask Tobias. Did he start because it's easier for him to finish with the borders and the plain colors, or just the opposite?
Okay, I'm just going to keep Marcia on there just that we don't lose track
Almost
of her.
done.
Almost done. All right, we have, but yeah, Tobias looking fantastic. Verena has also done a great job. A lot of solid sections done.
Yeah.
And Marcia. Okay, that went really quickly. Well done, Marcia, second place.
Yeah, congrats,
So that
Matt.
went really fast, even though she had I counted like 50, 60 pieces there, and that just went like flew by in the last few minutes. So we were literally at the end of the alphabet. So I'm now just going to put Veronica, the two Veronicas on screen, and Veroni. And then we have reached everyone. So yeah, Veronica V from Slovakia, Veronica G from Germany, and Veroni from Switzerland. And yeah, so fantastic. So let's just double check how the next wave of finishes might be. I'm going to jump up to Andrea, check in on Kati and Anami. Let's see. Probably Inga is getting close. So yeah, so thanks, Marcia. So Marcia says it's a very cool puzzle, very different. Thanks for organizing. Thanks, Marcia. So Marcia won't stay for an interview, but yeah, fantastic job. That was a great time. So if I check the meeting,
Maybe Inga, Michelle. The thing is that Inga Sinod, she has the reflection on the table, but it seems like she's completing the border or something like that.
Yeah, so I have her on screen right now. Right now I have Andrea, Inga, Kati, Lena, Nia. I'm gonna put Tama on as well. Yeah, I just wanted to check how many minutes was different. So there was a 5 to 6 minute difference between Victor and Marcia. So Marcia was at 35 minutes, which is an amazing time for a first attempt. Okay, so it looks like Inga has the least number of pieces, like 10 pieces left for Inga, maybe 20 for Kati. And yeah, it's a real mixture of where people are finishing. Some have got sky left, others have got like the colorful middle section. But Inga is working on that top border. Just a few pieces left.
Yes.
Go Inga, 38 minutes. Oh, fantastic. Third place, Inga. Also, congratulations. And Kati is coming into her close.
High five for you as well, Inga.
Okay, Inga. Let me not lose track.
Kati is done as well. Congrats, Kati.
So that is so we're just under 39 minutes. Congrats. And okay, so possible. Yes, I think there's a lot of people coming in now with about like 40-ish pieces left. So, but in the running for top 10, we have Andrea, Lena Beata, Nia, Tamar, Francisca, Verena. But I'm really curious about Tobias because he's got quite an interesting strategy. So I want to see how that pays off.
I see in the competition we have as well Fleur Lunding. She's going to be one of my teammates at Worlds.
Oh, so you're having an international team?
Yes, well, but then because we are 3 Dutch and you remember I am registered as Venezuelan, then it's going to be international. I think, I don't know how is the rule nowadays. I need to read back, but if we have 3 Dutch and 1 Venezuelan, then it's a Dutch team, right? I'm not sure anymore.
Yeah, I think it's the majority. But look, Nia's guiding her last pieces in just at just over, so under 41 minutes. So 40 minutes, 40 seconds. So 5th place to Nia. Congrats.
Congrats, Nia.
Oh, yeah, she's moving up. She's been training really hard and doing really well in the online competitions. So let's see.
Veronica as well. Congrats.
Oh, Veronica. So Veronica from Slovakia, congrats. Sorry, we missed your finish on screen. Yeah, we have so many fast people. I'm going to check in on Astrid as well. Okay, Astrid has about, 20, possibly 30 pieces. Let's check on Iris. Okay, yeah, so there's going to be a big rush in a few minutes as those piece piles get lower. So we're at 5 finishes now. So first was Victor, second Marcia, third Inga, fourth Kati, fifth Nia, and sixth Veronica. That's the top 6. And we also have Emilia. Okay, so from those on screen right now, looks like the next to finish will be Lena Beata or Francisca. I mean, Francisca's pile is divided, maybe together. I think there are just a few more pieces. But yeah, looking really strong here. Somebody asked, is Asia Lynn participating today? No, she's not. Okay. Oh, Andrea. Okay, so Andrea's got the top water to go. So she did that sky section really quickly.
Andrea, yes.
Congrats, Andrea. So 7th to Andrea. Oh, and actually Tammy is doing pretty amazing. So Tammy's coming in. But now it looks like Lena Beata has her 10 pieces left to go, filling in all these colorful gaps.
Wow, almost.
Oh, but I see somebody here. Oh, Inga S. I just saw her on small thumbnails. Congrats, Inga S.
Yes.
First time in the top 10. And then Lena Beata.
Lena as well.
Okay, so we have Inga S in the top 10 for the first time. So we're now at 9th.
Yeah, wow.
Okay, so somebody asked how was Ellen doing? Yes, good point. Let's check Ellen. Okay, about 30 pieces.
I think she has the sky left. Marche, Tamar, like 12 pieces. But then I see it in the Google Meet meeting. In the YouTube, looks like a little bit the image a little bit cutted.
Yeah, so we have Tamar, Francisca, Tobias, Astrid, Ellen, and Verena on screen. So yeah, we'll wait for the 10th top 10. See who's going to be in the top 10, and then we can have Victor join us. Yeah, because I can also see Iris is coming up. She's got less than 20 pieces left, and me as well. So it's not really sure who to put on screen, who to take away, because they're all in very similar positions. But they're on screen at the lower.
Francisca or Tamar?
Okay, Francisca has like 15 pieces, Tamar 5.
5. Dennis Tamar. Yes.
Yes. Congrats, Tamar. 10th place. Okay, so top 10. Victor, Matja, Inga, Kati, Nia, Veronica, Andrea, Inga S, Lena, Beata, and Tamar. So well done to our top 10. Victor, if you're there, you can turn your mic on.
Hello.
Hello,
Hi, Victor.
hello.
So tell us about this puzzle.
Yeah, so the first time I did this puzzle, I remember it being very overwhelming, very much so. Because what I normally try to do is to at least try to sort by color, even in detailed puzzles. And with this one, it was like, it wasn't really a good strategy because all of the colors are everywhere. At least that's what it looks like at the first glance. And also in the Polish competition that we did this puzzle, it was like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. It was the same hour, so it was 7 p.m. like right now. But since it was like many weeks before, the sun wasn't really out. So when I started this puzzle, it was the first competition from both EJJs and Szybkie Puzzle from Poland. That I decided to do it with without the artificial light and just use the sun. But I was kind of aware that the sun might go out, and also that probably I won't be able to see the gradients anyway because of the lack of the light. So I decided to do it quite differently to what I did today. Yeah, and I think that what I did today was much better. Because the last time I started with like the green and the green and the bottom with the grass, right? And then the like the sand with all the characters. And I tried to like sort those characters at least somewhat and try to do them, but it was very difficult. So now, since I was able to see, I decided to start with the gradients to help myself. And so I started with the border, but when I finished the border, aside from the top section, I said to myself, okay, this is the time for the gradient. And I collected pieces with everything gray in different shades, but I tried to focus on gathering only the darkest ones, so that I know that they go to the edge that I didn't have. But I knew that those would be the top rows. And I thought it would work out well, but for some reason, I couldn't find like half of the pieces. And I was debating, do I want to do this edge or not? And I kind of started doing the edge, and then I stopped, and then I started again, and I stopped, and then I finished the edge. So the edge eventually helped, although I wish I wouldn't have to do it, because it has false fits, and I knew it would be the case. I mean, both because I know this puzzle, but also because I know Heye Piskat, and I know this is the case in most of them. But yeah, after the gradients, there was the water, and I kind of did the water with the sky almost at the same time. You can easily tell the difference between the water texture and the sky texture, so it's not that bad. Yeah, and then when I decided that the leftover pieces that I cannot figure out where they go in those two sections, I just started doing everything else. Probably the sand, yeah, the sand, and also the browns. If you collect the browns, it somewhat gets easier because they go to the donuts and to to the structure on like with the sky. Yeah, and I think that's it.
Wow, Victor, I'm amazed. How do you remember? You described perfectly your previous experience with the puzzle, and then you decide on the spot how to change to do it better. You know, like, how do you do that under pressure?
Oh no, I mean, I already knew in the first run that what I do is not the best strategy, but I kind of didn't have the option because I knew I wouldn't see the gradient, and I would just like I would look at the sky and be like, okay, it's just the sky. There's no gradient there because I wouldn't be able to see. So I intentionally left it for last, but right now I didn't have to. So this was like both the decision that I made like so many weeks ago, and also right now I remembered. And the first thing I joined the meeting because I think I joined like 1 minute before the review. I was like, oh, Daniela is here. Am I winning today?
Yes. And I think we need to do something about that. Let me ask Alfonso, you know, in the round in solos at Worlds, I will ask to be the co-host. So
But that's just unfair. This is too much of an advantage.
what a coincidence. No, Victor, and you know, I didn't puzzle in a while because of organization of events, and I started again to puzzle this weekend. And the first thing I did, okay, I'm gonna remove what I know from speed puzzling, and now I am starting to do your technique of flipping with the borders in the right direction in the hands to drop it aside. I am extremely low, but I'm getting to it. So, and I just saw you how you were doing. So it's great to see you in action, and then, you know, checking what I have learned. So I know it's gonna pay back. You know, this retraining that I'm trying to do.
Yeah,
Thanks to your techniques.
When I started to do this strategy for flipping, I also was very slow. Because it's like to came up with something is one thing, and but to like train and be able to do it automatically is completely different thing.
Yeah, I am. Of course, I just started, so I am literally still in the conscious phase. You know, like, oh no, this should be like this. This should be like this. So it's a matter of practicing and getting better. Yeah, that's something I saw that you did in a long time ago, and then you know, finally I decide myself to stop and retrain. So let's see how it goes.
You need to let me know.
So, okay. So then you mentioned as well, you know the Heye piece cut.
I think for EJJs, I have, I mean, now I have 3, but I bought the hedgehog one that was used before, and I think I did it like 5 times already in the last year because I wanted desperately to go under 40 with this, because it's like, this puzzle is kind of a kryptonite for me, because aside from the flowers, it's all like patches of colors, and I'm like, no.
But then when you mean about the piece cut, is literally the shape of the individual pieces, or is like the mold for the 500 is the same?
I think it's different, but what I meant by saying that I know the Heye piece cut is that I know of it. So it's like I know that there are issues.
Okay, no, clear, thanks. So we have quite more finishers, Michelle.
Yeah, they're going in really fast. Yeah, we're up to now about 26. We just saw Amelia fly, jump on top of her table and reach across to her phone. That was quite impressive there, Amelia, to get her done message in. So we're about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so we just had Mandy, Carolyn, Sammy, Quinta, Amelia, and Janie finish. Yeah, Victor, so just you were at the, I just had a quick question. You were at in the Czech competition on the weekend, is that correct?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
On Saturday.
Yeah. And how did that go?
It went really well. I'm really happy with the result. I ended up being second. And then there was this issue with a missing piece, like I always do. But yeah, it ended up taking away my first spot. But I'm very happy for, I mean, the queen of speed puzzling, Teresa Koptikova, that she finished first. And I'm really happy because I didn't have this puzzle in my collection. So yeah, this is also very unique experience for me because most of the time when I go to competitions, I already expect to have the puzzles, and I'm already like while trying to get there, thinking about what I'm going to do with those puzzles because I will have the multiple copies. And so I think that most of the time I don't get the multiple copies, which is very fun. Like I think that we had the competition in Poland in May, and that we also got in the individual round the puzzle that I didn't have, and I was like, oh wow, that's unique. And then in Paris, I was puzzling with Jagoda from Poland, and this was the puzzle that I had, so she could have gotten it. And on Sunday, so yesterday, right? Yeah. Yesterday, we had another competition in Poland, in Paris, and we got a London postcard. So that was kind of disappointment.
So you could do it with your, like a blind covered or something like that.
I didn't really look at the box.
Yeah, but then Victor, I'm curious because I have seen as well, you always post, I have this new set of puzzles, a new one. How many puzzles more or less do you have now?
How
many?
A lot. I don't know. Like I think for just Ravensburgers, the 500 pieces, it should be like around 200. But like I'm not really counting them, and also I have some multiple copies bought for people or gotten like some competitions. And I'm not buying puzzles anymore. I am 1 month clean. Let's say that.
I know the feeling, yes. But then I'm curious as well, do you have puzzles not for a speed?
Yes, I do. And most of them I get at the competitions when there is some kind of prize, because there are never 500 pieces, right? So these are the puzzles that I do for fun. If I do them, because some of them I don't do, either because I don't have enough space or enough will. There's this one, not competition, one puzzle that I won in Slovenia last year. It was 5,000 pieces, the map of the world. And it's like all orange. And I decided to, maybe I should just sell it. It would take too much time, and I don't think I have enough mental capacity and anything to be able to finish it.
I have only one of 5,000 from James Risi, Ravensburger, and I glue it. You know, like I don't glue usually puzzles, but that one I did because I knew for sure I won't do it again. It's too much work, space, as you say. Yeah. Then I glue it, and I have it now like a nice carpet in my bedroom.
I want to do the same with the puzzle that I finished some time ago. It's the 13,000 Disney Orchestra from Clementoni. I think I was doing it for a year because I didn't mix the bags, so I was just doing different bags. And once I put it together, I decided that maybe I can try to do something with it because I have a huge wall in my, I don't want to say childhood bedroom because it's not really a childhood bedroom, but it's a room for me in my parents' house.
Yeah. I can understand. Wow. Okay. No, I still buy few puzzles, and now I enter the dangerous territory of collecting some of them. So I am now fixed with this sensory collection I found from Ravensburger, and they explore the different textures in the surface of the puzzle.
Yeah.
So I have done one with cork, and I just finished one today that has like fabric on the top.
Mhm.
And then there is another one that has wood, but it's not a wooden puzzle. It's still a cardboard puzzle, but with wood on top. That is waiting for me, and I'm looking for another one like is Japanese silk or something like that. It's from an old collection. It's not a new one. But then that's why I say it's a dangerous discovery, because then I want all of a certain collection. Does this happen to you, or?
It used to, and I think it's not happening anymore, just because I just collected all of them. So
You have them already all.
yeah, I wanted to have all of the circle of colors from Ravensburger, and when I look at the old photo of my the room in the apartment that I am renting right now, from April last year, when I did like a big rearrangement of my puzzles, and I I took a photo of like the puzzle shelf. I had a puzzle shelf, and I think back then I had like 15 rectangular Ravensburgers and half of the circles already. So I was crazy back then.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. But then, I mean, I hear you always practicing a puzzle more than once, making it more than once. So I think you are making very good use of your collection.
Yeah, I'm at this point that I feel like I will be selling puzzles after Worlds, because I don't think I can learn much from them anymore, because they have like a dual purpose. First of them is to be able to do a puzzle, analyze it, and in some time do it again and try to use the knowledge that I gained and the things that I noticed, and to try to see if it actually makes me faster. Although we have to be aware of the fact that we are going to be faster on the second try most of the time. And the second goal is that what was the second goal? Wait. The second goal.
Maybe you want some money.
Yeah.
Is that the second goal? They can't teach you anything more, so you may as well have some cash for it.
Oh yeah, I know. The second goal is to be able to treat the puzzle collection as a kind of a library and training setup. So when I decide that, okay, I think I see an issue in my speed puzzling, and then what I can do is I identify the issue, I try to find a solution for it, and I try to find puzzles that can help me with it. And it's usually 5 or 6 puzzles that I consider that they can contain a section or something in the image, is that if I tackle the issue correctly this time, it should have a really big result. And I can try to learn through experience with just those puzzles. So I can kind of divide my puzzles in different categories and use them when I need them the most.
You just have defined the strategy I will take for training for Worlds. Yes, you phrase it very good, because sometimes, when I started puzzling, I was just taking puzzles about all different, let's say, challenges that I couldn't compare. And then what you are saying is right. If you get to know yourself by doing a lot of stuff, and once you recognize, like an important point of improvement, you need more than one puzzle to repeat several times. You need puzzles with the same characteristic to see if what you are doing to improve, it really makes you improve. Yeah.
And also you probably need to make assumptions before going for the first puzzle because you've probably done it before. Like this is what I do. I tend to not experiment with the first try, right? And this is why I keep them, so that I can experiment with the new tries. And I try to make maybe not. It shouldn't be called assumptions, but maybe like goals, right?
Mhm.
So if the issue A is something, then I have the solution in trying to do A, B, and C. And you need to focus very much on trying to do the A, B, and C, doing those solves. And after those puzzles, after you've done like 3 of them, try to see if you actually are doing those things or if you are just on the autopilot again.
Yeah, clear.
Yeah.
And then, please, Michelle.
No, sorry, you go ahead. Did you have one more question for Victor?
I don't know, just curious as well. It seems like you're fully focused on speed puzzling, Victor, or do you do something else around the speed puzzling world, like the events? That's the point of tonight? Organizing, I mean, or just participating, or that's more my question.
I wanted to organize an event in Poland this year, but all of my different responsibilities just piled up so much that I am not able to do it. But I am really, really trying to see what I can do next year, because I will no longer be in the university. I will have I hope, a steady job, because right now it's like wonky donkey. And then and I think I won't be as focused on training as much afterwards, because I want to maybe not take a complete break, but to be like let off and to just be like, okay, I think I trained for 2 years every day. It's time to not.
Yeah. Okay. No, very interesting. Thank you, Victor.
Yeah, thanks so much, Victor. Yeah, and I hope that works out, that you can, I'd be interested to see what you come up with next year. And yeah, thanks so much for participating tonight, and congrats on at sub 30 time in a competition. So thanks, Victor, and good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye.
Yeah, so we've had a lot of finishes. We're now up to about 45 finishes. So about half of the participants are done at 1 hour and 8 minutes. So the time limit is 2 hours. So we've still got, just over 50 minutes to go. And on screen right now, we have Taya, Samilia, Anna L, Lynn Alfie, Aaron, and Maya P. So I just wanted to read out a few of the comments that our participants wrote regarding the theme of organizing events. So Andrea said that she has organized an event, and she organized a friendly competition at her work. She assumed her co-workers would be much faster than they were. So don't forget that everyone doesn't speed puzzle for fun like we do, and the general public are a lot slower than we think. So I think that was a good piece of advice. Oh yeah, so Lynn just finished. Well done. So Dietmar from Germany says, so he's helped organize the puzzle meetups in München. Finding a place which is large enough for a decent number of people and has suitable tables and has good lighting can be hard, but there are restaurants that may already host other groups, such as board game groups. That is a good starting place for a search. Also, the German Jigsaw Puzzle Association can provide support. So even if you're just thinking about organizing an event, a puzzle swap, a meetup, get in touch with your puzzle association. Maybe they can support you in some way. And Samilia is done when she finds the done button. Yes, good job, Samilia. Okay, I'll just add another couple to the screen, and then we can, Inga, if you're there, you can turn on your mic.
Eleonora is about to finish. She has 10 pieces or something like that.
Yes, Maya's got about 15. Yeah, so we have, and Mooney just got the top quarter to go. And I'm just going to add Jessica as well. So yeah, just notice what Jessica does. She always likes to puzzle whatever she is puzzling. She likes to have it close to her. So you'll often see her, like in the later game, rotate her puzzle, sometimes upside down, or this time she's doing it sideways. And I think that's a really great asset. She participates in a lot of teams, and I think that's a great skill to have, to be able to puzzle sideways or upside down. So good job, Jessica. So congrats on third place tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
So what did you think? What was your reaction when you saw this one come out?
Yeah, it's very happy. I always like that when I saw these little guys with smiley faces. So I already knew Jim would like it as well. And I was like, oh, this looks fun. So that's nice. And yeah, with busy puzzles, I make a plan, but in the end, sometimes what I always say is the pieces speak to me. So then I end up doing all these different things. And that happens to me a lot with busy puzzles, because I'm like, oh, these pieces look alike. And then all of a sudden I have all these tiny sections that should go somewhere. But yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, great. So you were at the Dutch Nationals for the second day, so you participated in the pairs.
Yeah, we only did pairs because we had a family weekend, so we couldn't really take half of the family away to go to all these puzzle events. So we decided to do pairs only because that was in the morning. And then we got surprised with a 750 piece puzzle. So we were like, oh shit, this takes longer. Because we had to drive back. Yeah, we had to go back immediately after we finished. So, but yeah, it was great that we could at least join in one of the events, even though I would have loved to participate in all the categories. But it was such fun to see everyone again. Even though it was very short. But yeah, it was great, well organized. The timekeeping was excellent. I think they did a really good job at organizing. So thank you, Daniela, and your team.
You're welcome. Yeah, thank you. We are all pleased to have served, the Dutch puzzling community that we know is big, is there. So bringing now, let's say, another option of a speed puzzling competition to the Netherlands, aligned with worldwide associations, yeah, is a big thing for the Dutch community. For being the first competition and having almost 400 puzzlers, yeah, we are very pleased. And indeed, we were super happy to have not only you, Inge, but as well Mandy, Jan, and Ellen. Yeah, 4 knots. Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think now that so the Jan van Haasteren Championship has announced for the next year that they're going to stop with the individual category. So it's extra nice to have an alternative also for individual competitions. So it's a great timing for this Dutch Nationals to appear.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really interesting. I saw that there was an announcement on the Instagram, but I didn't understand what it was mentioning. So they're going to keep pairs, but and the teams obviously is the big event, and then from the individuals and pairs, they're going to keep pairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So last year they did it for the first time, but they didn't do any preliminaries. It was just, sort of. It was on the day itself. You had preliminary and then the final, but they didn't really had any time to prep. So this year they did the preliminaries throughout the country, which is usual for teams as well. But they decided for the individual category, there were quite a few people who did not show up. I
understood not so many 500 pieces available.
Yeah, that's also an issue because there's a lot of 1,000-piece puzzles, but not that many for 500-piece puzzles. I had the same last year. There were only like 4 in the category. So I just practiced the 4 that I had a lot of times, and then it's not actually about who's the fastest, but who has done the puzzle most often, basically. And then they also said something about the ambiance being very different. Of course, the Jan van Haasteren NK is like very different from any other speed puzzle competition because it's, you know, it's with music and singing.
You can eat while puzzling.
Yeah, exactly. So it's very, very different. And for the individual category, they felt like it didn't really fit with their vision of the tournament. Yeah, I think that was it. I don't remember all the reasons, but they basically did a pilot this year and they decided that they liked the pairs category better. So, and I can imagine it's such a lot of work for them because they have all these preliminaries throughout the country for teams, for pairs. So it's
Like
I know
20
that,
locations. Yeah.
yeah.
I interviewed Rene this season because I participated in the 3 categories. And yes, he was explaining a lot of work organizing at every corner of the Netherlands. But then, Inge, I have a question for you. Because you have been in the world of speed puzzling already for a while. I got feedback from typical Jan van Hasteren competitors that were having troubles doing images like a Ravensburger, or the other way around. You know, what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, I think we've been discussing it a lot with, of course, the Dutch nationals appearing, whether that would like conflict with the Jan van Hasteren Championship. And I've been saying, I don't think so, because there's a lot of people who really like Jan van Hasteren images and are really like, ooh, a landscape. No. And the other way around as well, because when I started doing all these Ravensburger and other brands, I was like, I don't even like Jan van Hasteren now that I've seen all the other puzzles that exist. So I think it's really two separate
worlds that can coexist. I think so.
I think so, because either you have people who are super enthusiastic like me and I will just participate in both. I don't mind. But I don't think you'll steal people away from the other tournaments. I think they can coexist indeed. And we've been, for Worlds, we've actually picked the pair from the Jan van Hasteren Championship who came in first, so before me and Elle. And we formed a team for Worlds now. But we can tell that they need to practice with non-Jan van Hasteren a bit. So you can see that it really takes some getting used to when you're only used to Jan van Hasteren, very busy puzzles, to adjust to Ravensburger or other brands. And I think it's the other way around as well. If you've never done a busy puzzle.
You know what is happening to me? Because of speed puzzling, I discovered the 500 pieces puzzle world. And then for me, speeding of 1,000, I am mentally tired already. And then when I went to the pairs, Jan van Hasteren 4,000, although I have done a lot, it was tiring after having switched to 500 pieces. 500 pieces for me is perfect. I can do it, early in the morning before going to work or end of the day, because I am not the super fastest. Then I spend reasonable time. I invest reasonable time for practicing. I really like Jan van Hasteren. And then I was looking forward into the solos just because it was 500. But now that is not there. Well, I'm happy we are building the foundation speed puzzle in the Netherlands here. And we have very nice plans. We want to build a pipeline, the year full of activities. But of course, in the site we have now Worlds and the Guinness World Record attempt. So we are going with a very strong team, Michelle. Now waiting for information from the federation, because the Guinness World Record puzzle has been discontinued. And then if you want to beat a record, you need to know the conditions. Is one of the requisites. And therefore we need to understand, okay, what will be the puzzle involved. And this year we go for the win.
Yeah, last year we did it like for fun, right? So everyone could participate and it was just absolute chaos. And it was a lot of fun, but we didn't really do well, of course. But indeed this year we're going to send like a top team, and I guess we should be able to make a pretty decent team with all the super speedy puzzlers from the Netherlands. So I'm very curious indeed what the conditions will be.
Yeah, can you give us, I mean, if it's not going to be with the 2,000 piece puzzle, I think I saw something on Instagram about maybe it's going to be a big puzzle. Like, do you have any
No. This is
information on that?
the only info I have this year is organized by Charlie. And then he's negotiating with Ravensburger what will be the puzzle to be used. But in principle, what we know so far, the conditions are the same. Teams of maximum 10 persons of the same country per time at the table. You can have replacements. You need to register the team to handle via an association, and the association is the one to organize how will be the lineup. But let's say we cannot start practicing yet because we need to understand what will be the agreement between the Federation and Ravensburger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so where are we now? We're in June, so we've got July, August, September, so still, 3-ish months to go. So it's still a lot to be decided on that. But no, I think, if you're going to pick the best ones from the Netherlands, you have really a lot of fast puzzlers, a really, really strong team. Because some countries might have like 3 fast puzzlers or maybe 5, but I think you can easily fill up 10 spots with like...
We have 15 very fast on the list. And what we are going to do in parallel outside, we are going to organize a social puzzling Guinness World Record, because we have so many speed puzzlers who wants to join that then we decide to do 2 teams, the social and the official, let's say, for the win team.
Oh, okay. So you can even put in a second team of like the reserves to make a second team, like the B team.
We are gonna organize it outside of the dome.
Okay.
It's gonna be social because so many people wanted to join. So then that was, let's say, the solution, because we are looking for building a community and growing as a community. So, but then by the other hand, we want to win. And then having this pretty good material, such a good speed puzzlers. Okay, so let's do that.
Okay, well, I hope whatever puzzle it is, that it's something that, is possible with that. Because I heard rumors that it might be like a really giant puzzle and I don't understand. I don't know how you can make a world record. Maybe everybody works together to complete a 40,000 piece puzzle in the quickest time possible. Who knows? So let's wait and see what they come up with for the next challenge. Inge, so have you ever been inspired? I mean, you were inspired to participate. Have you ever been inspired to maybe organize something or to maybe bring puzzles to get your co-workers to participate or organize a competition within your family?
So no, I haven't really. I've organized a lot of events, but never any puzzle-related events. Maybe I would like to do it. I haven't really considered it. We do at my office, like at the coffee corner, there's usually a puzzle there. But that's actually someone else's initiative. So I'm not sure, but there's always puzzles. So I don't need to bring my own because they're always there. We do sometimes with my colleagues as well, like around the Christmas period, we have a team day and we just do some games and those kind of things. And I have been bringing puzzles there as well. But and at like with my family, of course, when we puzzle, other people also get inspired. So we have been doing some competitions, but then it's just like 2 pairs against each other, those kind of things. And then we try to make sure that the difficulty of the puzzles matches, like that both pairs, the time will actually be around the same time so that it's actually a nice competition. So yeah. But no actual events. But I do love all the events, so maybe I should contribute to that as well.
Yeah, we are gonna start looking for some volunteers who want to help us, like with a newsletter or I don't know. People is ask Sunday after the last competition. People was asking us, okay, what next? What next? When is coming the next puzzle marathon? So we talk about your puzzle marathon, Michelle. people is wanting more.
Yeah,
So
I have been wanting to join the association, but we are remodeling the house and it's just taking up all my time and energy. So after that, I will consider doing stuff like that again.
noted. Thank you.
Yeah, and we're not trying to put any pressure on anyone to say that they have to be organizing. It can be. I mean, it doesn't even have to be big, because like even if you just puzzling with your colleagues, just like even, or when you just go somewhere, like sometimes when we have like a family event or a conference or something.
The puzzling thing,
yeah,
Michelle.
I just bring some puzzles, and then there's always someone who's like, "Oh, I'm so glad you brought that. I haven't puzzled in years." And then they send me pictures a few weeks later. Look, I'm puzzling again. Look, I bought some secondhand puzzles, and it's you can have like a positive influence even if without making a big like official thing. And Victor just wrote, like, he also organized like a little thing for 4 people. They did some puzzle chess thing, so it just takes one person to suggest it, to bring the puzzles, and start small.
Yeah, I am always at least informing people that speed puzzling exists, and that also helps because people are like, whoa, I never knew this was a thing. So I am doing that I'm always advertising. I have my speed puzzle AU bag that I bring everywhere, and I'm always like, there's really nice competitions, and for like these marathons we always ask other people as well. We have a lot of Dutch puzzlers together in a group on WhatsApp, so we were always like, oh, there's this event, does anyone want to join? And then we're spreading it around puzzlers, but we are trying to reach new people, and we've been connecting people as well. So I think at the Belgian Nationals we met Tamak for the first time, because she participated in a few EJJs, but it was her first in-person competition. So we connected her to other people. So now she also has a team and pairs and stuff. So that's really nice to
see. And a trophy. I don't know. I have here this famous picture. We just published it yesterday. We showered her with the puzzle pieces. And then Matthias, a puzzle engineer, he shared a video. She was shaking because she has puzzles everywhere on her clothes. It was very cool, very cool. No, but what Michelle was saying is not about putting pressure on people. I thought it's the other way around. At any case, if someone listening now to the AJJ has an idea, as Michelle said, get in contact with your association. We are there to help to canalize those ideas, because we are busy, not only the Dutch, a lot of associations around the world building the platform, building the community. And then maybe you have something, a group nearby that you are not aware of. So that's more the thing. So everybody's helping, contributing, spreading the word. And if you have an idea, just reach someone of your association or of the other association. We will redirect you to the right person. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And actually, I'm looking forward. So Inga's gonna bringing a family team to Trier. So I'll make another announcement. So yes, we still have places available in the Trier Marathon on the 17th of August. That is in Trier, Germany, which is on the border of Luxembourg. So fairly accessible from half of Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg. Yes, and we also have some people who are coming from further afield, which we're really looking forward to. But that's very exciting. So yeah, if you're interested, then you can check out our website. But yeah, so congrats, Inga, on 3rd place today, and winning with peers, a great result with your sister, well deserved at the Dutch Nationals.
Yeah, thank you.
So thanks, Inga. Good night.
Thanks.
Bye.
So we just had some more finishes. Oh, Catherine, did you click done, Catherine? Oh, I think Catherine's looking for her, maybe a missing piece. Okay. So yeah, so we're at 1 hour 30. So if you're still puzzling on this one, you've still got 30 minutes to go. So still plenty of time to finish this one off. And it looks like, it looks like the majority of people are well over halfway. So looking very strong there. Okay, so Catherine found her piece on the floor.
Congrats, Kat.
Yeah, so let's see. Just fill up the screen again. Okay, so on screen we have Marie, Johanna, Emily, Sel, Yuka, and Hannah. Looking like they're all going to finish in the next few minutes, so that's great. Yeah, so just before I give you the stage, Daniela, to share your experiences, I'll just read out the other comments that we received from our participants. So those who had organized something before. Yes, so Iris from Denmark, she said she was part of organizing the first Danish championship and a couple of smaller Danish events. I would just say go for it. It's easier than you'd think if you keep your ambitions simple. And people are super happy and thankful, which makes it very worth it. So that's very nice. So keep your ambitions simple and people are very happy and thankful. Jackie from New Zealand says, yes, I'm on the board of the New Zealand Puzzle Association. Absolutely do it because the joy of bringing the community together is amazing. So that's definitely definitely a joy, is seeing how happy other people are to come together and to find each other.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. The sense of community, like people who for me, it's great to see people getting back to you. Yeah, I found my place. Wow, how wonderful is that, huh? To share the same interests, although we are very different people at the same time, huh? But we have something in common, that is a love for puzzling.
Yeah, definitely. It's seeing other people, find their tribe and making friendships is definitely rewarding. So Jessica from USA, from Ohio Jigsaw, she says start planning early, write everything down because the details matter, and marketing and promotion of an event takes time and effort, so be creative. Yeah, so in Ohio, they have competitions, but they also do puzzle swaps and meetups, and also like coming together as I think more social puzzling, could say. A lot of people just coming together and working on a larger puzzle. So it looks like they have a lot of fun there. And yeah, something that's very interesting, Karen and her sister Verena from Austria, they said they organized a puzzle workshop for children. I'll just read out what they say. So together with my sister, I organized a speed puzzle workshop for children. It's important to know the age of the children to choose appropriate puzzles. Since we were working with young kids, approximately around the age of 10, we also had to think about how to keep them motivated during the process. Motivational encouragement was key. Yeah. So I know some people who are teachers have organized like a puzzle club or like a little mini competition at their school. So that's also like a very easy, small way to get interest with a group of kids, is to offer a prize and see them go for it. So it doesn't always have to be with adults. Kids have a different target market. And Magda says, so Magda from Poland, I organize mini puzzle tournaments for my co-workers. Be prepared for any kinds of questions and some flexibility when someone will not appear. What's more is to be prepared that their puzzling level is much lower. So very similar to what Andrea said, that keep in mind that regular people are a lot slower. And that's why I always want to encourage people, even if people are speed puzzlers and they think that they're slow, they're still significantly faster than like the average person. So if you're organizing a competition for non-puzzling people, give them a longer time and smaller piece count, or more people on the same puzzle.
I went to this offline club activity when Mineke and we were promoting the Dutch nationals. It's a club already present in different cities of Europe, where the requisite is you can join them, but you need to leave your phone at the entrance, yeah, because it's about socializing. And then they had this Jan van Hasteren puzzle. And then, because we were promoting, giving away the flyers, then they got interested, and one of them asked me, okay, how long have you, I said, I have done that puzzle. Oh yeah, for how long it took you? And then I said, 1 hour 23. But I said 1 hour 23. And the rest of the table, whoa, what quick. And I was like, oh, thank you. if they just know there are Dutch that can make it in 30 something.
But yes, to an average person, all of us are amazing.
Yes.
So don't worry about that. Don't worry if you take 2.5 hours to do a puzzle. You are still amazing. Yeah, so congrats, Fleur, Ekaterina, and Asel. All just finished in the last minute. Fantastic. Yeah.
Marina has a few pieces to go.
Oh, yes. So Robert, who's from Sweden, he just organized his first online competition, and he says hopefully lots more to come. Tips would be to try lots of different puzzles and brands, consider designs and difficulty carefully, get lots of feedback, and engage with like-minded people. So that's interesting. So actually, after his first competition, it was a smaller online competition with about 30 people, I think. The next day he sent out an email asking for feedback. I didn't use the feedback form because it was in Swedish, but I just wrote to him on WhatsApp. So it's another thing is, give feedback. If you go to something, it's also helpful to give feedback. That always informs and gives ideas for future years. Well done, Marina and Everly. Congratulations. Okay. And Taya organized a mini speed competition at the Finnish Nationals with Vesna. I would suggest about 50 pieces for the size of the puzzle, since people have very different abilities and it won't take too long. It's a nice way to get also viewers into trying speed puzzling for the first time. So that's also an interesting idea, having an activity on the side for the people that are spectating, and having a very small piece. Here she's saying 50 pieces, and then everybody can give a go at 50 pieces or 100 pieces. And I think that's the last comment is from Tammy. First of all, don't be afraid to be the first to do it if there are no other events near you. Puzzlers love an opportunity to meet up in person. Involve the community if your event is big. I was surprised by how excited people were to volunteer. Yeah, so how did you find volunteers, Daniela?
Oh, well, I think in the case of volunteers, we have the luck of having the best head jury ever. We have Daphne, who is part of ISPAC. Then she has done 4 or 5 official puzzle competitions around the world. She has been at Worlds, she has been in US, she has been in Germany, and because she's part of ISPAC, she knows quite a lot about rules and how the volunteers should do stuff. So then what we have done, she designed the whole strategy for capturing volunteers. What she did, she wrote the rules, of course, a review with all of us, the rest of the group, and then she made videos to explain the jury and then to explain the players, and then we posted that. So after we just have done this, we publish, okay, here in our website is the link where you can join to become a volunteer, and for different options, for being at the info table, for being as a jury, or just helping hands there. So let's say we promote a lot of this information, and then the people could decide how they can help, because sometimes you have people, they want to help, but they don't know what will imply whatever. So we prepare all, let's say, the package to put it online and to promote it. And then it was just a matter of time that the volunteers started to join us. Yeah, and that worked quite good.
I think that's a fantastic idea. I mean, to basically say these are the different roles to show what actually it involves, and even with a video, that's a really novel idea. And then people can then decide which ones they want to participate in. Because I know when I organized the EJJ Trio last year, I had people a lot of people said they would like to help, but they were all participants. And it was tricky because like the biggest task of having like individuals, pairs and teams in the same event is that you need to reset the tables and you need to put out all the puzzles. And so we couldn't have the participants participating in that. So there were a lot of people who said they would like to help. And it was like, well, we need like your mom or your boyfriend, like we need other people. Like, so it was tricky. Because I think people naturally want to help, but if you're a participant yourself, there's probably less. Or did you also have participants who also helped, maybe with a different category, or how did you do that?
Yes, we had, in fact, 3 of our board members were participating, so they were completely excluded, as you might understand, from the whole puzzle selection and all those work streams. But then, for example, one of us settled all different tables aside of the competition, so people could in fact go, the spectators, they could go and play puzzle chess, the Guinness World Record. So we assigned different tasks, and then our main goal about volunteering was to fill the jury at first.
So the judges, the timekeepers.
Exactly, the timekeepers, exactly. That was the tricky thing. And once we have filled this, then because I am the one living close to the event, let's say the task was moved to me, because it's most likely like people in the surroundings are easy to go and help you than somebody that needs to travel 2 or 3 hours. We had as well volunteers traveling 2 hours, coming here for 2 days just for that. But majority, yeah, it was people of the surroundings.
No, that's a good point. Yeah, congrats, Lynn. Lynn finished. Yeah, so no, that's a good point. The person who's living close, of course, you have local contacts. So if you don't get enough volunteers from the people who are coming together with others or who are puzzlers, then you can ask people in your community or your friends who then wouldn't mind driving 20 minutes to help out for a day.
Yes. Okay. And then that was the other successful part of this. We posted everything online, and you could subscribe if you wanted to volunteer to specific time frames, meaning that you know exactly, okay, I am volunteering for 3 hours on this moment, and that's it, and then you leave. And of course, we will offer in the whole package. We will offer in the food, the beverage, because we have so many nationalities registered, 26. Then thanks for participating, by the way, in the question, Michelle. I saw your answer. We even had in our volunteer batch, our names, all the different language. Someone was talking, and then it was super, super nice to see the interaction of different cultures, different language be coming together. So the volunteering work was key, but as I think that it was successful because people registered to specific moments, while we had as well volunteers like, no, I am staying the whole day, and then you could find always something to do for this availability, let's say, for these volunteers. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it sounded like it was a successful first event already with 400 people. That's really successful. But you have organized smaller things before that, like you organized the international, like a cooperation between the international associations.
Yes.
Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yes, that was an idea I had popping up in November. And someone of the participants today gave that feedback. If you have an idea, just do it. Huh? So everything started like, okay, I have this idea because I'm project leader in my day-to-day work and a business analyst. I decided to plot my idea like it was a project. And then I draw it. Okay, I need to do this, etc. And the first part was, okay, find a sponsor who can provide puzzles. And because I wanted to build something to strengthen the community. Although I really like speed puzzling, I like as well in parallel when people comes together to do stuff. And then you have seen it, Michelle. We meet for speed puzzling competition. So let's say you have your concentration time for puzzling, but the people is enjoying so much about meeting and the in between rounds, etc., that I said, okay, I want to do something like that. And then with that vision, how can we put all these puzzle associations together? Then I thought, okay, what can we do that is simple enough that associations around the world can make it happen? So then, yeah, in project management, we say, okay, give freedom within a framework. So then the proposal to the association was like, okay, for International Puzzling Day, we would like to, I would like to coordinate a worldwide action happening in the same time frame. So this was the framework, while you can choose what you do with your groups, because each culture is different. And I tested the idea, by the way, in a network of people I met at Worlds, because at Worlds I went to have a dinner with Valerie Coit, Veronica from Norway. You know, a lot of people. You were there as well in that dinner, I think, Michelle. So then, yeah, then I understood, like, okay, all of these contacts, yeah, we need to do something good together. So I started checking, and they, yes, you know, like 10 reply me, super enthusiastic, okay, let's do it. And I said, okay, now I have the group, and with this, I can sell the idea to a sponsor of puzzling. And then I had different conversations with Clementoni. And at the end, we worked with Educa, that was a really top partner on this initiative. And it was about becoming together. And because, you know, as project leader, I need to serve a lot of people while moving towards a goal. That really helped me managing the 25 associations that were involved. So a lot of last minute addition, you know, when the most important is to keep the ball, start moving the elephant, let's say it in this way. Yeah, when you start moving it, the things are getting shape. So yeah, that was more or less the activity. And then while evolving on this idea and drafting and embarking more associations, then I thought, like, oh my God, but we have a lot of people online who probably wants to join that cannot travel to their meetups. Let's do something online. And then the whole idea was round. And then we were busy 2 weeks doing all of this. And all the energy I got back from all people around the world was really amazing. And I think I mentioned before, for example, each culture was showing what's there on their feelings, but the common point was puzzling. So you could see the American Association racing the puzzles to know who was the winner, you know, while the Turkish Association was sending family pictures, more like in a chill mode, eating. That was very, very rewarding.
Yeah, no, that was really amazing. So for those who are not aware of that, Educa sponsored 2,000-piece puzzles that went all around the world. That was all the same puzzle. And then within a certain time frame, each association had the opportunity to organize a get-together, whether it was just like, whether it was like 4 or 5 people together, or if there was like 20 people, and everybody came together with the purpose of finishing that puzzle in a social atmosphere. And then everybody shared their photos. So all around the world, people were doing the same 2,000-piece puzzle, which was really special. And then, it just came together really well. So that was
Yes.
amazing that you put so much effort into that and your vision was rewarded.
Yeah, and then I have people asking, okay, what about next year? So and then I really like social puzzling. But I like a speed puzzling as well. And it's just like I have been so busy building the community that I love so much that I had not so many time to do speed puzzling. So now I really want to focus on worlds. But then the planning of the new International Puzzle Day will come.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And what day is that? What's the date?
That's in January. In January, I think 29th of January. Let me check.
So, by the way, we have just under 10 minutes left, and Marie has only got like 20 pieces left. So, I think Marie is going to do really well. And Dora has lots of little sections, lots of cute pieces, little sections done, rainbows, sun, heart, and most of the border, a lot of the grass. So keep on going, keep puzzling for the next minutes, and yeah, just do your best. So yeah, so did you find the date?
Yeah, 29th of January.
29th of January is International
Yeah.
Puzzle Day.
Yeah, exactly. And I was reading as well the comments of the participants. So what popped up into my eye was like, yes, just do it. If you have an idea, just do it and find another person with a crazy nice ideas, and then that's your best partner. And I think I am very lucky because I got to meet Mineke, and then the two of us, starting moving all these things, and then along the time we have met wonderful people. So now we are 7, and we have a foundation, not an association, a foundation. That's different. Registered in the Netherlands, we have done so many things on this first Dutch Jigsaw Nationals because all of us, we were dreaming with something. Patrick wanted to build a digital platform for tracking everything digitally. We didn't have a paper printed to register timing and all of this. All of this was digitally. We had Daphne with this great vision on how to manage volunteers. And so it was like all the pieces were coming together. And then this is what I wanted to mention. If you want to do something, just do it. Yes, but it's better depending on the size of what you want to organize if you have puzzle pals to join you on this adventure. And it takes time as well to get to know each other. And when wonderful people are becoming together, focus on their strengths, it just flies. It doesn't matter what type of event you think about it. Yeah.
Actually, Patrick was in the YouTube comments. I'd like to read out what he said. He says it was great organizing the Dutch Jigsaw Nationals with Daniela and the others. It was great to take care of the technical part of it. Loved the atmosphere and was nice to get to know all these puzzlers. Also, we got some nice new ideas for the next event and taking the time tracking to even a higher level. And then I asked, did you have any challenges? He wrote, the start of the first round was a disaster with the Wi-Fi in the venue. Delayed start explains everything. But the rest was great. I think it was all well received.
Yes, no, we had like this saying, like, what we were always thinking, what could go wrong, to prevent and to make a plan. And, for all this, we did even a breakdown, project planning, all the work streams. Yeah, because that's what I say. We put all our abilities together to make it happen. You have no idea how many times I went to measure the Wi-Fi on the venues on different timings and whatever, and the LAN and the load and whatever Patrick was telling me. But even though we had problems for the first moment to start, and I have to say that the most impressive thing was like to see all the puzzlers just with the hands like this on the paper, but they couldn't touch it for never-ending 4 minutes. Those were the 4 minutes more, terrible. Let's say everybody wanted just to start. But now we laugh about that because our saying is like, yeah, it was our first time.
Yeah.
You only move to better. Yeah.
Congrats,
Congrats,
Marie.
No, and I wanted to thank you, Michelle, because in fact, I met Patrick via Danica and via the Misfit Toys. The Misfit Toys always come back, huh? But it's true, it's true. Huh? And then I was co-hosting this Maestro puzzle from the company in Germany.
Yeah, with the symphony, with the
Yes, the symphony, and I love it so much that I wrote Danike. Hey, Danike, may I have your puzzle for a while? And she said, of course, come here. And this is how everything started. Yeah.
Yeah, well, often it's like you bond over the hard puzzles. So so even if you have the hard puzzles are often the ones you talk about the most often, and then stay in the memory. But yeah, so Danica came first in that by a long shot, by like 20 minutes or something. And then you really hated this one, but then she did a competition with Patrick pairs. Was it pairs? No, that was a individual. They did another one as a pair. Yeah, and then you wanted to borrow that one, and then so that was a reason to meet up. And
exactly.
Then you got Patrick on board.
That's And then this is the other thing I wanted to share. Organizing events is about spreading your energy and then your enthusiasm about puzzling at this time. So connections are quite key because there is always someone who might help you. And at our case, we got a lot of help and feedback and tips from the German association, from the Belgium association. So Andreas, thank you. How many times I call him, from Aneka as well in UK. So yeah, you build great things with the help of your friends. Yeah.
That's really lovely. Yeah, no, I mean, I think it brings people together, and of course, amongst the speed puzzles, like that's also what I found. Like, we may know each other on Instagram because of the puzzles we do or the puzzle events that we visit, but then each of these people also has a day job. They also have skills and other hobbies, and for example, when I asked for help, when I said, oh, does anybody want to co-host, or, does anybody want to help me like track the finishes, and I don't know, the people who then, like, I was really surprised, all the people who replied. You were one of the people who replied, and everybody brings their own skills and talent and energy and personality. And it sounds like that as well with your board. You have all these different skills. Patrick has the technical skills. Daphne has the judging experience and volunteer framework. So yeah, that's really great. And so yeah, just want to send our encouragement to Dora. So she's getting some more pieces. Oh, look, she's almost finished the border. Yeah, that border is tricky. There's two pieces that are stuck together, and like I had to rearrange where they went because of those false fits. But yeah, come on, Dora. Yeah. So SJ is saying I should have helped organize Dutch nationals. I'm not sure what's the reference there. Because it would be fun, or we have plenty cheese. Oh yes, tell us about the cheese.
Yeah, the cheese. To mention, I work for a Dutch company, very big one, and we produce Chocomel and a Milner. So then when I approached last year, I approached the Chocomel marketing team, and of course they said immediately yes to sponsor the Dutch delegation to Worlds. So then this year they said, of course, again, yeah, that went easy. But then with the Milner, I like to mention a funny story. I don't work for that division. I work for quality. So then I was looking for someone who talks to the other one and to the other one. And then they gave me, at the end, I got a name. And then when I called this girl, she said a Friday afternoon, and then she said like, yeah, nice to meet you. And I said, yeah, I work for corporate. And then she said, yeah, so what can I do for you? And I said, yeah, I call not for work exactly. I work for talking about puzzles. And then she got super excited because she told me, yes, finally. And I said, what? Because she sent an idea to corporate HR asking if our company can make a puzzle about the theme is about the company that can be distributed to everybody as a December gift. And she thought I was calling to talk about this. And then I just heard the whole story and I said, oh my God, that's a wonderful idea. But no, I'm not calling for for that one. But in about October, September, I will come back to you to talk about this one because it's a wonderful idea. So fortunately, she was super enthusiastic. She wrote something.
Okay, Dora has 195.
Yeah,
195. Okay.
So
Thank you,
then
Dora.
congrats. So now then this lady said like,
Bye, Dora.
bye. Was super enthusiastic about this, and of course, when I talk about the what we wanted to do, immediately she said yes, immediately. And then the funny thing is, like, I just asked for something to sponsor to give for volunteers and for participants, and then she said, okay, let me see what we can do about that. And then one intern was helping organizing. And I was like, okay, thank you. Can we, what are we gonna get? No, I'm sending you cheese slicers and cheese planks and cheese. And then I said, oh yeah, how many? And then, no, I'm sending you 20 cheese planks, like wooden.
Okay. Oh, like
yeah,
a
to
board?
cut cheese.
Okay.
It's like to cut, it's a cutter thing,
Okay.
but then with the logo. And he said, yeah, and cheese slicers, I'm sending you 150. I was like, I'm reading right? 150? Yes. Okay. And then he said, yeah, and I'm sending you 150 blokie cas of 450 grams. At the beginning, I was like, hey, am I reading right? Because I need I need to understand. He said, yeah, you are reading right. So I said, like, yeah. So I told everybody in the group, yeah, and then immediately our imagination, okay, in the final round, we will put a blocky class and all of this. What more Dutch than that? And then we said, oh my God, where are we going to store almost 70 kilos of cheese? Because we didn't know if the location will have a fridge so big to store it. Unfortunately, they had. Yeah, so those nice surprises. So we were giving away cheese to everybody. The Chocomel truck came with 1,200 bottles of Chocomel. So it was Chocomel everywhere, cheese everywhere. We had other amazing sponsors. We got sponsors of a supermarket, local supermarket, for all the fruit for the volunteers. We got sponsored the local bakery, all the bread for volunteers. And a very good friend of mine who works in a company for that bottles water gave us all the free water for all the volunteers. So yeah, so we and a local gym gave us protein bars to donate as well for the volunteers. So we got a lot of sponsors. We got in total 6, a part, of course, of Ravensburger. That's the main sponsor. But yeah, that was a success as well for our venue. And then a lot of people could enjoy of these goodies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was really impressive too, because when I saw your list of sponsors, like when we think of a sponsor for a puzzle competition, we think of like a puzzle company, but that you thought beyond that to even have gifts for the participants or treats and sustenance for the volunteers is something that I haven't heard already thought about or seen so much before. I mean, I know at Worlds we each got a water bottle on the table, every time we participated, which was really good. But yeah, the fact that you also made sure that there was fruit and snacks for your volunteers, I'm sure was really appreciated.
Yeah.
So Patrick says it was 67.5 kilos of cheese.
Yes, it was a lot of cheese, a lot to everywhere. Everybody got a piece of cheese. It was like, wow, amazing.
Awesome. I love
Really.
that story. Well, that will make the Dutch nationals stand out from the rest of them. So we'll have to see what other countries come up with. You've set a precedence here.
Yeah, I am afraid so. Indeed, we got a lot of feedback we did by first time a lot of stuff. I didn't publish it yet, but were you aware that Alfonso was invited to puzzle?
Yes, I saw a picture or a video of him puzzling as well.
Yeah, we invited him. Table number 1, second round. Hey, here you go. And he was like, oh my God, guys, what are you doing this to me? I don't puzzle in 10 years. I said, yeah, now is your time to enjoy. You are always busy. Okay, let's do it. And then he sat and he finished the puzzle.
Oh, good job. Yeah. No, that must be nice. I mean, he goes to so many events, but he's rarely at the puzzle table. So
yes.
then he can just focus on the puzzle and get lost in the puzzle.
Yes.
Yeah, well, thanks so much, Daniela, for sharing your experiences. We're also going to talk more at the next competition. So Daniela is co-hosting the next competition, which is also a solo competition, and the theme for that one will be social puzzling. So I really appreciate your experiences, and also for Patrick also for sharing his experience of the Dutch Nationals.
No,
and
Michelle, helps us. Thanks as well for helping us promoting the Dutch Nationals. Your platform is the platform for the speed puzzlers here in Europe. So very appreciated that you help us posting our event in your page. All this help really made us to have a great event, and that's why all the combined effort from our friends. It was very visible. The good energy was there. So thank you very much.
Yeah, no, you're welcome. I'm always happy to support good projects and good ideas. Yeah, well, thanks so much for the competition, and for everyone who's following along and commenting with us. Oh, and Matt just joined right at the end there. Matt says hi to Daniela.
Oh,
all
hello.
right. Good. All right, we'll see you at the next live stream, and thanks everyone. Have a good evening. Bye.
Okay. Bye.